What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Blades with Bill. Today we're going to be taking a look at 3 Sitivien knives. So let's get started. I'm going to start with this guy. Now before I open any of them, I will say I have opened them. I know one of them isn't really anything special. One's kind of special, and then one is something that I think you guys are going to really like. So here we go. So here we have the ST129. This guy comes in at $27.99 on Amazon. We have G10 scales, steel liners, a deep carry pocket clip that is recessed, but it's not got flat screws, but hey, for $27, $28, and I actually got it because I had a coupon for $22.39. So not bad. We have minimal hardware. We have one screw on each side for the actual scales. Then it looks like the scales are also somewhat held on with the pocket clip screws and a pivot screw. We have a flipper tab for opening. Now there's no jimping on the flipper tab. It's nice and smooth, but I mean, it works. It's big enough that it works. We have a 3.5 inch D2 blade that has a high flat grind, and it does get rather slicey. As you can see, it is pretty slicey. We have an open length of 8.07 inches, a closed length of 4.53 inches, and as you can see, the action is pretty good. It's running on ball bearings. For $28, it's really not a bad deal. Let's move on to the next one. This guy is the ST109. We have our micarta scales, steel liners. Micarta is not the greatest micarta. Definitely felt better. We have deep carry pocket clip. It is not recessed, and the screws are not flat. This guy comes in at $27.99 on Amazon, and I got it for $26.59. And that's the part that's cool here. For less than $30, you can get an access lock. Well, crossbar lock. And it's smooth, runs on bearings. We have a 3.5 inch D2 blade. Again, that has a nice polish to it. And I don't know if you can see it in the camera. If I can get it to pick up. You could see the belt lines from where it was ground on a belt. In person, I don't know if you can see it on the camera though. But all in all, again, not a bad little knife for $27, $27, $28. We have a open length of 8.38 inches, a closed length of 4.8 inches. We have a very high flat grind on this guy, as you can see. Nice sharpening choil or finger choil. Sorry about that. I thought my kid was taking a nap. Apparently she's not. So, but as you can see, oops, works great. Great action. Ball bearings again in the pivot, and all for less than $30. So, ball bearing pivot, crossbar lock, deep carry pocket clip, D2 blade, micarta handles, less than 30 bucks. Not a bad deal. But let's move on to the next one, and this one is the one that I really want to show you guys, as this one is something kind of special. This guy is the ST237. This comes in, well, we'll get to that. Let's go over some of this stuff first. We have titanium bolsters on both sides, shred carbon fiber that looks just beautiful. We have a titanium backspacer, titanium milled pocket clip. We have a little pop of color with the pivot collars being blue. Makes it look kind of fancy. Of course, the whole thing looks a little fancy. Where the carbon fiber and the titanium come together, there's a little bit of a raised edge there to where you can feel it, but it's not that bad. And when I tell you the price, you'll know why that doesn't matter. We have a very minimal flipper tab, just a little bit of jimping. Bang! That works perfectly to deploy this beautiful VG10 10CR Damascus steel blade. And it is just beautiful. I hope that's coming through. Now here's the real shock. This guy comes in on Amazon for $69.99. For less than 70 bucks, you can get titanium, carbon fiber. Now, granted, it's over steel liners, and it is a steel liner lock, but it's not $300. If this was $300, I would expect it to be a titanium bolster lock. It's not. It's under 70. I actually got it for $66.49 because, again, on Amazon they had a coupon. So if you can get it for under 70 bucks to get carbon fiber, titanium, VG10 and 10CR, Damascus steel blade, I don't see a complaint here. And again, a nice milled pocket clip. There's only one pocket clip screw holding it on. It is, see if I can, you can see that it is slightly recessed to help make sure that it doesn't wiggle. So there's no real wiggle. I mean, if I put a lot of pressure on it, it might start moving a bit, but this is more of a gentleman's knife. This is not something I'm planning on doing anything crazy. If I was to take the wife to a nice steak dinner, this would be in my pocket. And as soon as my steak hit the table, this would come out of my pocket, flip out, and I'd be cutting my steak with this. So it is a beautiful, beautiful knife. I mean, seriously, it's buttery smooth. We have ball bearings in the pivot. Drop shutty to the point of watch your finger. And part of the reason why I knew what was in the boxes is because I had opened this. This is the second time I had to shoot this video because the first time the microphone didn't work quite right. So I ended up having to shoot a second video after I slept like 3 hours last night after shooting the video and deciding not to edit the video and was going to do it this morning. And instead I'm reshooting the video because I realized when I started editing that you could not hear me at all. So we have the blade length on this guy is 3¼ inches. We have an overall length of 7.48 inches, a closed length of 4.21 inches, and I actually remembered to write down the weight on this guy, which was 3.71 ounces. It really feels good in the hand, and it is astonishing for the action for under $70 to get a knife that feels that good. Once you get it past the detent, it just wants to fall. It really does. It's smooth. You don't feel any grinding in the bearings at all. It just works. So if you haven't checked out Sitivien, I recommend it. Like I said, this guy is under 70. Sitivien does have some knives on Amazon for 170, 180-ish. That's full titanium frame locks with higher grade steels. That if they can do this for 70, what can they do for 170, $180? That must be really impressive. So give those guys a look if you haven't yet. They're definitely worth checking out. And everybody have a great day. I'll see you next time. Sorry guys, forgot. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Blades with Bill. I'm also on YouTube or on Facebook as Blades with Bill. And obviously you're on YouTube. So if you can, try and follow me on all the social medias. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.